Nanu, booktube. Hello again. This is the sci-fi portion of um, my book haul. And just so you guys know, um, Zoe got a bunch of books too. And on Friday, we're going to be doing that book haul. So, and that has more of the books that I would normally pick up, like the mysteries. There's some Agatha Christie and some Lawrence Block, and a bunch of other cool shit. And she got a bunch of shit. So um, that is coming. But I thought I would go through this because I feel like some huge sci-fi nerd. I don't know, like I always think this is a horrible thing to say, but like died or something, and so the family like donates all the old books he had or something like that, or she had, because you always find them in like sets. Like the books I'm gonna show you, there's like a month ago when I went in there, these obviously weren't there, and now there's an enormous amount. So let's just start. So first is this beautiful Penguin paperback by Olaf Stapledon, Sirius. Yes, I am. I'm not joking. Okay. Sirius is a tale of immense and tragic pathos in which Olaf Stapleton invokes the terrible loneliness of a dog born with the mind of a man. What the what? So that sounds awesome. So I need to find a place for the books after I show them to you, because I have coffee here. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna have to go up there. Okay, so these are just the novels, okay? Because I got novels, and then I got collections of certain authors, and then I got just a bunch of collections in general. This one is gorgeous, and it is Ballantine, author Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End. Look at this book. So cool. This is the 6th printing from 1964, and it is gorgeous. Yes, it is. And this is another one of those books. Okay. Childhood's End is a novel of the next step in the evolution of man. It is compounded of intellectual daring and vaulting imagination, a book in the great tradition of the novel of ideas. It tells of a world made perfect and a race transformed, and the unexpected tragedy of perfection. Boom. Oh, that looks so cool. This right here, this looks like what I think Tomorrowland at Disneyland was supposed to look like when they made it. It's like that 60s futuristic. Oh, I just love it. Okay, this I don't know anything about, but I grabbed it. This is Clifford D. Simak, I think is how you pronounce it. Ring Around the Sun. Now, I got that because that looked like, like Batteries Not Included or Flight of the Navigator. It had that feel. This was originally put out in 52, but this is a Great Britain New English Library edition from 1977. Nope, 79. So that's why the cover is a little bit newer. The world would never be the same again. First, there was a razor blade that never wore out, then the everlasting light bulb, then the car that never went wrong. No one knew where they came from or who made them. One thing was certain: they didn't come from Earth. Then people began to disappear. So that's gonna be good. And then this one, the novelization of Fantastic Voyage by Isaac Asimov. Look at the back cover, is almost as good as the front cover. The most amazing story you will ever read, as 4 men and 1 woman journey into the living body of a man. To me, that was last Saturday night. But, whoa! Yeah. Then, I have this. The Sentinel Stars. And it's kind of ripped, and I'm not too happy about that. But everything else on it looks great. By someone's name who I can't pronounce, so I'll just let you look at it. Good job. This is from 1963, and it is a Bantam book. Rigid, locked, enslaved. That was our Earth in 2200. East and West had merged at last, and there were no more wars, no more political differences. Citizens everywhere could concentrate on working off their tax debts. If you were capable and industrious, you might be able to make freeman status for the last few years of your life. No one questioned, no one spoke out, no one rebelled, until one bright morning, Citizen TRH-247 decided not to go to work, and worse than that, became desirous of a girl below his own classification. Thus, he made himself an outcast with a whole world against him, and mere survival dependent on his wits, his daring, and his strength. So that sounds good. Now I will go through the collected short stories of certain authors, like this one, The Inexperienced Ghost by H.G. Wells. Let's see here. We have in this volume The Inexperienced Ghost, The Magic Shop, The Country of the Blind, The Apple, The Stolen Body, A Slip Under the Microscope, The Purple Pilus, Pollock and the Paro Man, The Man Who Could Work Miracles, The Flowering of the Strange Orchid, 1966. This is another Bantam book. So, that's a bunch of H.G. Wells stuff. Looking good. Then I have 9 Tomorrows by Isaac Asimov, which has, this is a Crest book from Fawcett. This has some rejection slips in here, which is kind of cool. Profession, The Feeling of Power, The Dying Night, I'm in Marsport Without Hilda, The Gentle Vultures, All the Troubles in the World, Spell My Name with an S, The Last Question, and The Ugly Little Boy. Look at that cover. Damn! That's awesome. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to really like that. Next on the list, Orbit 2. So I didn't get Orbit 1, damn it. This is edited by Damon Knight. Let's see here. Who do we got in here? This is the first time in paperback. Look at that thing. Let's see. Gene Wolfe, Kit Reed. Yeah, there's a bunch of others. Richard McKenna. Yeah. 1967. Boom. But this one's called The Best Science Fiction Stories from New Worlds, edited by Michael Moorcock. J.G. Ballard. Let's see who else is on this list in here. Yeah. There's some people in that one too. 1968. Then Adele, not Adele the singer, but Dell the company. Time Probe, The Sciences and Science Fiction. This is put together by Arthur C. Clarke. Why do I keep saying author? But this is kind of weird. It's like he takes short stories from people here and puts them in types of science fiction. So, Mathematics is by Robert A. Heinlein, and He Built a Crooked House. Cybernetics is Murray Leinster, The Wabbler. Then they have like meteorology, archaeology, physics, medicine, astronomy, physiology, chemistry, biology. Isaac Asimov's in here. It's a really neat way to put together something like that. And now the next two books, this book is probably the heaviest paperback I've ever had. This thing feels like a fucking brick. This is great science fiction about doctors. This is from a company called Collier Books. And what I like about them is this book is from 1963, and the pages look brand new. Like they're super white, no yellowing. The spine's in good shape. I don't know if that's just because it wasn't read very much. It looks like it was kind of read. There's a big crack in it. But this has Arthur C. Clarke, Arthur Conan Doyle, Nathaniel Hawthorne, David H. Keller, Edgar Allan Poe, and a bunch of other people there. But yeah, it's all 18 choice tales of the outermost worlds of medicine. So that's going to be fun. But I don't know why this book is so fucking heavy. It's just like... And this book, the next one, is by the same company, and it's almost the same size. Well, not quite. But it's like nowhere near as heavy as this book. Okay, so this one is 50 Short Science Fiction Tales. Look at that. This is another one by the same company, Collier. And it has the white paper with no yellowing. And this is from 63. And this looks like it's been read like by a mother effer, if you know what I mean. So this has Isaac Asimov, Alan Block. Who else do I like in here? Well, we have Arthur C. Clarke again. Jack Finney. And then there's more, huh? Yeah. Damon Knight, Fritz Leiber, John D. MacDonald. Crying out loud. Lion Miller, Mac Reynolds, James H. Schmitz, yeah, it's just like, that's fucking heavy as shit right there. So that's awesome. Then, another first time in paperback. This is a Fawcett Gold Medal, but not a yellow spine. This is Omega, edited by Roger Elwood. A unique collection of great science fiction stories. By who, I ask? Well, this one, oh, George R.R. Martin, in a short story called Slideshow. That's pretty crazy. Other than that, I've never heard of any of these people. And this is 1973, but it looks amazing. And then we have aliens! You have to yell it because there's an exclamation point. Aliens! What will they look like? How will they think? Most important, what will they do to us? Or for us? Or with us? So that's pretty awesome. And I like how it's just like a bunch of aliens and then some like beardy dude. This is edited by Gardner R. Doze and Jack M. Dan. So I'll let you look at that last word. That probably is some sort of French that I'm not familiar with. And this one has those dogs. Philip K. Dick. Frederick Brown. Damon Knight. So that's pretty cool. There's some good stuff in there. And then finally, oh man, I went like halfway through and fucked up. Invisible Men. This isn't a fuck up. And this is by Ballantine, a Bal High book with the Target sign on it. So, Invisible Men, edited by Basil Davenport. Provocative stories of the weird and humorous delights of invisibility. I wonder what's going to be in here. Let's see. Jack London, H.G. Wells, Ray Bradbury, Fritz James O'Brien, Charles Beaumont. So yeah, there's some good stuff in there too. But where I messed up was, I don't even know where it was. It was right around Orbit 2, but I didn't finish showing you the collections of certain authors. So these are the last two. And this is something I've never read. And before the internet and BookTube, I thought I had read most of Ray Bradbury, but I hadn't. I Sing the Body Electric. It's a bunch of short stories by him. And this is the 8th printing from 76. The title comes from a Walt Whitman poem. So, it's pretty cool. I'm very excited. Looking forward to that. And finally, Robert Sheckley, who I have never read before. Notions Unlimited, an eerie excursion into far-out worlds and fantastic adventures with these, like, cyberpunk clock-geared people. Humans being wired for spontaneous love, machines intercepting murderers before they kill, an organization that makes hangover nightmares come true, a killer organism that feeds on atom bombs and thrives on being blown up from time to time. Notions Unlimited, a fantastic exploration into the galaxies of probability. Kapow! So there you go. That is my hefty sci-fi reading stack. So, let me know what you think. Have you read any of these? Are there any ones I should be reading like right now because they're so damn good? You let me know in the comments down below. So, until next time, everybody. I forgot what I was going to say, so I'll say goodbye.